Hello, welcome to the Wild Around Us. I'm Eric, your host, and today we're focusing on hearing and why it's so important to so many animals.
Have you ever had the problem of not being able to clearly hear a conversation you're having on the phone? Maybe the signal's not clear, or the person you're talking to is not speaking directly into the phone. Either way, it can be frustrating.
But what if your life depended on your ability to hear? For many animals, they do. So today, we're going to explore how important hearing is to animals that live in New Hampshire.
First, we'll compare the size, shape, and placement of ears and see how that affects hearing. Second, we'll try a simple test to see if you can improve your ability to hear. Third, we'll use one animal as a case study to discover how well adapted its hearing is for survival. And last, we'll see if we can really amplify our ability to hear, naturally, without any additional power. Let's get started. So if we look at the structure of an ear, let's say of a deer or a coyote, bear, rabbit, or mouse, we can notice several things. First is the size. Some animals have very large ears compared to the size of their body. Think of a rabbit, while other animals' ears are smaller compared to their body size, like a bear. Generally, animals with large ears can hear well. Although larger ears can improve hearing by funneling sound to the ear canal, they may be more important in maintaining a constant body temperature for animals in warm climates. The shape of an animal's ear and its ability to move can also impact how well an animal hears. Animals like rabbits have tall ears that allow them to focus on sounds coming from a horizontal direction. Think terrestrial predators. While the rounder ears of mice make them more sensitive to sounds coming from above. Think of avian predators. Many animals, such as deer, have muscles that allow their ears to move in different directions, while they remain stationary, allowing them to detect potential predators.
So now let's test our hearing. So if you have on headphones or earbuds, you're going to need to remove them, set them aside, and just listen to the sound of my voice. Now take your hands, cup them like this, and place them behind your ears. You might need to adjust them a little bit, and then listen to the sound of my voice. I'm not going to be changing my volume, but you should notice a change in what you are hearing. Got it? All right. Now take your hands and place your hands down in your lap, and you should again notice a change in volume. All we did was use our hands kind of as an external part of the ear so that it was larger, collecting more sound and funneling it into our ears so that you could hear me better than you did before. That's pretty amazing.
This brings us to our case study. This animal that we're going to meet has wonderful adaptations that allow it to hear much better than we can. Who is our guest? Well, it's a barred owl. If you look at the barred owl's head, it appears quite large. However, most of what you see are feathers that give it that large, round appearance. The feathers that make up the facial disc have the important function of directing and funneling sound to the owl's ears. The owl can alter the shape of the facial disc by using muscles at the base of those feathers. It's like having a face shaped like a satellite dish to receive the incoming sound. Also, many owls have what's known as asymmetrical hearing. Instead of both ears being the same size and located at the same height on their skull, like ours are, they have one ear that is larger than the other, and one ear that's slightly higher on the head than the other one. This allows the barred owl to pinpoint the soft rustling of a mouse moving through the grass or leaves from over 50 yards away on a quiet night. However, the way the facial disc and ears are oriented may limit the owl's ability to hear sounds from other directions. That's no problem. Owls have flexible necks, so they can turn their heads much further than you or I can, up to 270 degrees from either side, allowing them to focus on sounds from a different direction without having to move their body. As a result of their excellent eyesight and their stealthy adaptation of nearly silent flight, a barred owl is an excellent predator, feeding on voles, mice, chipmunks, wood frogs, salamanders, squirrels, and other small animals. However, an owl may not be as energetic a hunter as other predators. It hunts at night and sometimes during the day, although it's most active around dawn and dusk. The owl is often perched in a tree or on a fence, maybe even a stump, waiting patiently, unmoving, and often unseen due to its camouflage, until unwary prey move within striking distance. Then, in a short noiseless flight, the owl ambushes its prey to get a meal. Although it doesn't always work out that way.
So what would it be like to hear like an owl? I mean, how could we replicate the experience so that everybody could get an idea of what it's like to hear the way an owl does? Here at the Squam Lakes Natural Science Center, we constructed 2 sound dishes that act like an owl's facial disc and funnels sound so that a person sitting at one dish can hear the person at the other dish whispering to them from 60 feet away. What? You don't believe it? Let's check it out.
First, we should test to see what it sounds like for me to talk to you from 60 feet away without using the sound dish. I'll ask you 2 questions. The first, I'll be speaking in a normal conversational tone, and on the second, I'll be speaking in a whisper. So here I am, I'm 60 feet away from the camera and the microphone, and I'm speaking in a normal conversational tone. Hopefully you can hear me. Ready? What's the 3rd letter in the alphabet? The answer should be C. Here comes our next question.
Now, let's try the same thing, but this time we'll use the sound dishes.
Again, I'll be 60 feet away from the camera. And once more, I'll ask you 2 more questions. The first, of course, will be in a normal conversational tone, and the second will be in a whisper. Let's see what happens this time. So here I am at the sound dish. I'm 60 feet away from the other sound dish where the camera and the microphone are, and I'm speaking in a regular conversational tone. Hopefully you can hear me, and if I ask you a simple question of what is the next letter in the alphabet after the letter D, you should be able to come up with the answer E. If I change my volume and now whisper, let's see if you can hear this question. What is 3 plus 2? The answer is 5. Hopefully you were able to hear that.
So what did you notice? When was it easiest to hear me? With the sound dish or without it? Could you even hear me when I was whispering? Basically, these sound dishes are bringing sound to the camera's microphone, just like an owl's facial disc brings sound to their ears.
So the barred owl, like all owls, is wonderfully adapted for hearing. With its facial disc, asymmetrical ears, and its ability to pinpoint location of prey by sound alone, it makes it a fascinating predator.
Want to test it for yourself? Well, come to the Squam Lakes Natural Science Center and try out these sound dishes and see how well you can hear. Maybe you'll be surprised. We look forward to hearing from you. And don't forget to do the important thing. Get out and explore the wild around you. Thanks for joining us.